a lot of ice. Like a lot of ice. I don't know if you've noticed, but we're living in a man-made ice biome. And we're building a massive game here on Hermitcraft, a good portion of which is built out of ice. And to be honest, we're not even remotely close to done building with ice down here or up on the surface. And I built this simple little thing a while back. I thought 5 segments of this would be enough. It's not even close enough. It's a super pain to dig the ice out. You gotta wait for it to not good. Not good enough. So the first thing I'd like to do today is we're going to build a little ice farm here. It's not going to be super omega ice farm of doom and everything, but it is going to be pretty interesting. It's going to be very convenient to harvest. And most importantly, it's going to be located right here. So it's going to be always making ice ready for me. And I think I want to build it up in the sky here, and it's going to be inside my base. There's a little bit of a risk here though, because I'm building the ice farm before I build the base. Okay, so ice farm, pretty straightforward. We're building it way up here. This is gonna be all contained in the primary tower of the base. Now what I've got here is like a little vertical sample here. Let me take out some of this business here. Again, this is not super complicated, but it should fit my needs pretty well. The idea now is this is like one slice of what the farm is. We're gonna obviously have many slices. The water will be right in there where that scaffolding is, and eventually it'll turn to ice. Observer detects it, observer down, and some redstone here that I haven't figured out yet. But the idea is eventually this piston will push it up, and then this piston will push it over onto this whole line of pistons here, and then shortly thereafter I'll give a little update to those rail tracks down there, and all those pistons will push up. And what we get when you tile this way now is I'm going to have basically like a giant block of ice that's like 11 blocks long, maybe 12, 13 blocks tall, something like that. It's going to be huge. And we're going to make 6 of them going down here. So like 1 there, 2, 3, and then we're going to reverse it so that it's flipped the other way. 4, 5, 6. So that's a lot of ice. Well, let's see. This should be a 3 wide version of it. I'm sure it's not going to work, but we're gonna see here. The idea now, as I mentioned before, up here, we got to put water in here. So donkey. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, temporarily disabled. Yes. Okay. Break. Oh, I didn't even think. Am I gonna? Yeah, we're gonna have to cut a hole in the roof of the tower so that we have sun access, but that's no problem. Okay, let me spread this over. No, don't. It's growing too fast. Okay, we got our water in there. We got the stairs here to create the infinite source when the end one is turns into ice. So ice is made. Observer sees it. Observer down here, which will then trigger this entire rail. There it goes. No, I don't think it worked. Did it work? There was a lot of extra clicks. But the ice made it there. The ice made it. Oh, why didn't you form? You didn't make another source block, though. Oh, I gotta fill the guys in the back there, I think. Okay, there we go. I got the water in the back on those stairs now, so no matter what block pops up. It kind of worked. I think we gotta play with some timings down here. This down here is to stop the observer from doing a double update, which is I think what we're getting. But anyways, running through again real quick. Observers down here powers this. The guy down here, right here, sees that, powers down here, over here, down through here, into this line here. Observers see that. They push the pistons up, and then around here, skadoodle up to the top. That eventually powers this line right here, which pushes these guys over. So what we should get is ice forming all the way down. But it'll do the columns first. So it's gonna like go over and then up, because all this floor is gonna constantly get pushed up every time ice is made. So up until it can't get pushed up anymore, and then it's just gonna be like, I'm tired, and it'll just go over to the next one, and then he'll start pushing up. So what we'll get is a giant block of ice, I think. Okay, progress. I have 3 modules made here. I'm working on the 4th one, and these guys have been doing their little skadoodle dance for a while here. I mean, it's not fast, but the idea is we're gonna have 6 modules that are always making ice. It probably takes, I don't know, 6 hours to fill out the block, but that's okay, because whenever I really want, I'll come by and they just take all the ice and it'll just slowly start making new ice. I think it's gonna be a fantastic system. So we're on the 3rd row here for some of these already, and it looks like Second row still here, but you can kind of see how these are forming. So I'm pretty excited. I want to keep going. I vastly underestimated how many pistons and how many observers and all that nonsense I need. And I'm out of the whatever these things are here, high tracks. So yeah, I got to go ahead and resource up here, but we're going to have 6 modules done pretty soon here. This one's gonna be reversed. They're all butted up together. We got a little connector thing in the middle here so I can walk straight across. This is all going to be solid ice. Okay, I need to do some trading, specifically with Mr. Azuma, who is online right now. But to do that, I'm going to first, of course, take advantage of the quest, which it's got to be under economy. Which one is it? Is it these? Buy something, restock your shops, trade with the hermit. Okay, this is what I want. This is what I want. So I'm going to take this. We're going to do this. We're going to take the shard. I'm going to do this wrong, and everyone's going to yell at me, I'm sure. But now I want to trade. He said he's got a ton of deep slate, so I want to go talk to him and see what kind of deal we can arrange. Voices.
Oh,
hi.
Hello, Tango.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Hey, I've got my shard here. Trade with a hermit.
Oh,
and I would like to trade with a hermit.
Trade. You'd like to trade with a hermit?
Yes.
Okay.
I hear.
Do this.
I hear you have copious amounts of deep slate. Is this true?
I do. I have plenty of deep slate.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Would you?
You want to get your hands on some?
I want to get my hands on all of it. Whatever you can afford, just let me know. What can I?
Okay.
What can I do for you?
Well, we've got a trade, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at your hand right there. I'm looking for shards.
Oh, you're actually collecting shards?
Yeah, the Ark of Champions, man. It's gonna be me.
Okay. All right.
Okay, you're gonna get some free stuff. All right.
I mean, I'm okay with free stuff. Free stuff makes me happy.
You're gonna kick yourself when you realize it's already free.
Well, oh no, it's already at your thing. I was thinking of checking over here. That's fine. I'm okay with this.
You know what it is now, right?
I do. Yeah, you got your free shop, right?
Yes, the depot.
Oh, that's okay.
So,
worthwhile.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Good trade, wasn't it? That was a great trade.
Best trade ever. Hey, totally worth it for me. All right. This is great. I can just take all of this.
I mean, you're building decked out, so
yeah.
Normally, I might say maybe leave some for others, but you know, it is for everyone.
It's going for a good cause. That's right. Yeah. Okay, I gotta go shulker up then, and I'll be back. I appreciate it. I have acquired all of the deep slate now. It is empty, and I'm getting 6 shulkers, almost 6 shulkers of cobble deep slate. That is huge. And we return to collect our reward. I think we leave the head there, the shard stays out, and we return the pumpkin to the box. So I ended up hanging out with Azuma for a few minutes after the trade, and he showed me his little tree farm he had. Not little, it's a nice tree farm for nether trees and stuff. You know, piston pushing and blowing them up with TNT. Not the cheaty kind either. So it got me thinking, I need a whole ton of the warped hyphae, and I've got this little farm over here where I stand there with my axe and do the choppy. It's way too slow. It's way too slow. So today in the stream, we built this instead. Such a simple little farm, but I love it. I just had this idea this morning after seeing Azuma's. His is a straight line basically, and I was like, all right, well, first of all, I'd love, if I was going to do one, I'd want to make it into a square so that I could drop the TNT and explode on all sides. But then I got thinking, like most of these things, like concrete farms and everything, all use the same concept where they push around, and then there's pistons that push it that way, and then there's pistons that push it that way, and then there's pistons, and it's just such a mess. And then you got to push everything down and push it, like it's just pushing everywhere. And I was like, wait a minute. Why don't I just build 4 little farms and have their maximum push extent be right up against the other one? So like that farm right there, the most it can possibly push out is right up against this, so it can't push out anymore. And then all I did was hook up a little etho hopper clock up there with the TNT dropper, and we're done. This is super easy and amazingly effective. I think I've run this for like maybe an hour already. Warp stems everywhere. Of course, the downside is they're not stripped like my other ones, but I'm just gonna build with these and then strip them as we go. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. For just the next piece of the base that I want to build, I need about, I think, 4,000 of these warped logs, and I think probably for the rest of the base I'm probably gonna need 15 to 20,000. So I'm very glad, very glad I made this. Everything explodes up top, falls down here, falls in a little hole. Pretty easy. If you want to see me build this, like I said, I built it all in one stream. I upload all my streams to the second YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the description, and you should be able to follow it pretty easy from there. Okay, up to the ice farm. Oh, yep, it's done. It looks very much done. Gigantic block of ice. Well, 3 blocks of ice. Look how neat that looks. It just looks so tempting. I love it. Okay, here's what I want to do. Obviously, I want to mine this and see what we get out of it. Oh, is that going to be that's going to be a problem. Oh, I didn't think of that because all the ice right here freezes and can't get pushed anymore. And therefore, it's not going to get any block updates. I might have to do some kind of daylight sensor thing where it just pulses it once a day just to kick it going again. Or when I come in and get all this ice, I'll have to come clean. I'll just come clean this out too. That'll be fine. Yeah. All right. I went and got a lot of wood here. We'll get more if we need to. But what I want to do now is kind of enclose the entire thing so that as I'm harvesting the ice, I can just go crazy. And I'm using wood, obviously, because a pickaxe won't break it that fast, and I won't accidentally like bust a hole in the side. But this is here just to contain all the ice. I don't have to worry about where it goes. All I know is it's all gonna fall to the bottom. So let's enclose this whole thing in, and we're gonna dig and see how much we get. Gigantic box of wood now. Don't worry, because all this stuff is gonna be covered by the build that we're gonna put around this anyways. Let me pick up my bed here, and let's see. I have no ice in the inventory. Let's see. Well, I'm probably gonna need to get some shulkers. Let's see how much we get. Oh, that was so satisfying. That was amazing. Just digging out all that ice, no interruptions or anything. Just the best sound ever. We got 1, 2, 3, 4.5 shulkers of ice from this, and you can see it's already going. The sides are already building up again. I love this. This is great. Passive ice building. I missed one. Okay, so I haven't had much of a chance to work on Decked Out in the last few days, but there is something that I do want to work on in here. Oh, hi. See, this is a problem. We can't be having that. Get away, creepy. Well, what I thought I did was double up all the snow layers, because 2 layers of snow, you cannot have mobs spawning, but I don't know where he spawned. We're gonna have to make another pass on this. Anyways, what I want to do here is this river. We got this river in here since last time you saw, and what I want, the goal of this is I want this to kind of be a hazard that gets more difficult as the actual hazard level goes up and down. So what I want here, there's gonna be a bridge here. I think maybe stepping stones of some kind. I'm not sure. And when your hazard level goes up, I want those stepping stones to be removed. And you'll see all throughout the water here, I've got these glass panes here. That is so that the Ravagers can just walk across wherever they want. They cannot possibly fall in the water here. You'll also notice I have some soul sand along the edges here too. And that is so the players are coming along here like, I'll make it. And they just kind of hit the soul sand and fall across. But the problem is, you'll notice it's still very easy to get across. So even if you fall in. So I think what I want to do is take out another layer of this water here, maybe. Not add, take out. And if we can get another layer of water out, I think then the jump will be harder and you won't be able to get out as easy. And that should just about do it for this room. I added some little floofy ice trees, which I'm not much of a tree guy. But I think these turned out okay with the end rods and the glass on the bottom and everything. And we have a little bit of tree roots spreading out here, which I kind of like. Kind of like it. The river, or the stream, if you will, has been lowered, and that's very key. I changed the glass to blue. I mean, you'd obviously still see it, right? We're not fooling anybody here, but it's a little bit more not in your face with the color, I think. And again, those are there to keep the Ravagers, so the Ravagers can just like boop, boop, boop. They can just run right across this thing, which is absolutely fantastic. So we got a little hazard here now. Hi, Gem. I mean, goodbye, Gem. We have a little hazard here, and this is what I came up with, and I was debating on how to do this. I kind of wanted to do something a little bit fancier, but in the end, I think this is fine, because anything else I can come up with is just too clunky. But we have a little bridge here, right? Little two block gap, easy to jump across, right? This is how the suggested way that you get in and out of the crypt, but this will be hooked up to the hazard system. So when this gets to a certain level of hazard, we'll say like 10 arbitrarily, right? What's going to happen is it's going to activate and skadoodle and oh, please hold. And then on this side, boom, those are going to go down. Obviously, I'm not going to have levers here. I'll hook from redstone down below, but the bridge is going to close, making it much harder to get across. And now you're like, right, this little river segment right here, this is easy. This is meant to be an easy jump. It's only a 2-block gap. And that's why I put the stone walls and stuff in here too, in case you do fall in. It's like you just hop right up here. No problem at all. That's the intent. It's getting across this river that I want it to be a little bit harder. I mean, it's a doable jump. It's a doable jump, right? But some people's car might fall in there, and that will make me happy. So I'm okay with that. But the idea is the bridge should be the kind of prescribed way, the normal way that you get across. Where's my slabs? And done. Okay, yeah, the bridge is the normal way you get across. But if the bridge is out, you're going to have to make the jump, and you'll probably do it like right here. So in fact, maybe I'll take out one more block here. I think maybe we'll take that block out. I think so. We'll take that one out there as well, too, just to make it a little bit more challenging. But again, this is just level 1. You know, we're not trying to, this isn't supposed to be the most difficult trap ever, right? It's just a little taste of what's to come. But yeah, I think that mostly does it. I'm really pleased with the look of this room. Now, getting the trees in here with the end rod lights really sets like a little atmosphere. Obviously, we got a lot more to do here. I think like between next episode, or maybe in next episode, we got to do a lot of caves out on this side. Hi, creeper. Of course, we got to do a lot of caves out this side, even more caves right here. And then if you really remember, down in the bottom of the crypt over here in the back of the crypt, we have these 2 little gates right here, whatever, little doorways, and they're going to lead down to a basement area that I want to work on as well and get that going. So we have a lot to go here, even on level 1. Much to do. Got to do a ceiling in here, all the things. Okay, I got one last thing I want to do today. In case you haven't noticed, today's about building all the little farms that I need to keep building here. I want to build a very simple glow lichen farm. We're gonna pop this in this little wall here. Let me dig a little hole. We're gonna need 3 blocks like that. We're gonna put some dispensers on the top. I've only got 1 glow lichen so far. That's very embarrassing. In the back here, we'll put, let's see, we're gonna make a little observer clock in the most inefficient way ever. do that. And I think now if we hook this guy up with a little bit of power, let's see. Dusty, and block, and, oh wait, we don't want to do, that's gonna power that. We'll do it over here. Let's actually go inside the wall a little bit more here, right here. Oh, hi, tunnels. With the lever hooked up on this, we have a little observer clock here. And I think now all we gotta do is do, yep, do that. Now we have a super obnoxious clicky machine. Oh, I need bone meal. Bone meal in as the last one there. They all got it now. I got a couple more glow lichen. We're gonna go there. We're gonna skadoodle over there. And now, aha, we turn the thing on, and I get my super amazing shears, and bam, 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 bam. I think this is gonna be like ridiculously fast, right? We're gonna get like 3 at a time here. Yep, counting by 3s. This is pretty much gonna be all the glow lichen. I'm using a lot of glow lichen in this build because it's a great subtle lighting effect. I love this. It has a light level of like 7, I think. You guys will correct me if I'm wrong. But it's super subtle. It fits in with the organic nature of your builds. You can hide it well, but it provides just enough light to stop spawns. Ran over 6 stacks in just a few seconds. That'll do, Tango. That'll do. All right, guys, that is gonna do it for today. We had some work that had to be done. I needed all these little farms so I could start building more efficiently. I needed a ton of ice. We needed the tree farm, and we needed the lichen farm. Next episode, we're diving right back into decked out. There's so much I want to do here. Probably gonna do a lot more building. I think I'm gonna definitely do this back room. I'm very excited about this, and maybe we'll get started on some of the redstone. I might want to do the entryway too. So much to do. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.